City of Anamosa City Council agenda regular session, Monday, May 10th, 2021, 6 p.m. Anamosa Library and Learning Center, also via Zoom. 1.0 roll call.
Crump.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
Lockhart.
Here.
Zumba.
Here.
Stout.
Here.
Capron.
Here.
Note that all members are present and all members are in chambers. As we go through the agenda, we will only be roll voting on the items indicated. There are 3 additional required per the agenda that's in front of you. 2.0 Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Rebecca, I see we do have some individuals who have joined us virtually. Would you please give the regular instructions in case we have some new ones of how to cue you to discuss with the matters with the council?
Sure. You can let me know one of 2 ways. You can either send me a message in the chat that you would like to speak on an agenda item, and the other option is to raise your hand. If you're on a laptop or a desktop device, you should find that under reactions. There should be a raise your hand option there. Under a mobile device, I think you have to, there's the menu ... and you should find it there. And then I will let you know when it is time for you to speak, and I'll get you unmuted.
Thank you, Rebecca. 3.0 Approval of Agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
A motion by Rich, second by Alan, to approve the agenda. Any discussion? All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried unanimous. 4.0, motion to approve the minutes from the following meetings. 4.1, April 26, 2021, regular city council meeting.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Kay, second by Jeff, to approve minutes as submitted. Any further discussion? Without hearing any amendments, I move to approve. Or, excuse me, all those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried unanimously. 5.0, public hearings. 5.1, public hearing on the proposed annual budget amendment for fiscal year 2021. This time I'll open the public hearing. Any submissions to City Hall regarding?
No written or verbal comments have been received.
Motion to close the public hearing. Second.
Motion by Rich, second by Alan. Discussion? All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion to close the public hearing carried unanimous. 5.2, resolution adopting the fiscal year 2021 budget amendment.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Rich, second by Kay. Any council discussion? Any public comment? Hearing none. Beth, would you conduct the roll vote?
Capron.
Yes.
Stout.
Yes.
Zumba.
Yes.
Lockhart.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Crump.
Yes.
Motion to approve the amended budget carried unanimous. 5.3, public hearing on the proposed plans, specs, and cost estimate for the fire station addition project. I will open the public hearing. Any comments from the public?
No public comments, written or verbal.
Any public discussion for those in chamber? Rebecca, is there anyone that would like to discuss on the virtual side?
Not that I see.
Motion to close.
Second.
A motion by Rich, second by Alan, to close the public hearing. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion to close the public hearing carried unanimously. 5.4, resolution awarding the contract for the construction of the fire station addition.
Move to
Motion.
approve.
Second.
Jeff, did you make that motion? Motion by Jeff, second by Rich. Beth, I guess my comment is there anything special that would need to occur as we exceeded that 700,000 level?
No, because we've talked, so since our bond sale went pretty well, we did have a little bit extra in there from the bond sale. And I've talked to Chief Shada, they can either cover it out of their budget or possibly from their donations.
Part of the package, and forgive me if it was identified in previous material supplied, the alternate 1, 2, and 3, 21,000, 3,300, 2,500. Is there details of what
Yeah,
that would be?
on the bid tab, on the headings there, where it says alternate one, that's for putting steel
Okay, I'm sorry.
up to the roof and.
Beth, you're kind of quiet. Is the microphone on?
It's on. Is that better?
Yeah, that's a little better.
Okay, I see those now, thanks. Clear it out. So is that something that doesn't necessarily have to occur?
Right.
It is, like a Christmas wish list type?
They're just, I know that the most important ones were the windows, which is alternate 3, I believe. And that would be the windows on that back side where it's just an empty space right now. But those can be decided on at a later time. There were also a few things that could possibly result in a change order down. So it's a few things that they thought they could eliminate. There's some heating and cooling stuff in that the section where the new training room would be that maybe we can eliminate since it would be eliminated once it becomes a training room anyway. So
Okay, thanks for clearing that
So
up.
more or less, the resolution is approving the base, and the alternates can be a future discussion.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would assume your motion was at the 730,000.
Yes, yep, that's what it was.
Anything else? Any other discussion from council? Any public comment? Chief Shada, do you have anything to add? Rebecca, anything from our friends virtually?
There is, but could you summarize what Chief Shada said for those of us on Zoom?
He is happy with the proposal and the bids.
Thank you.
So without any further delay, the motion by Rich, motion by Jeff, second by Rich. Jeff, would you conduct the roll vote, please?
Lockhart,
Yeah.
Smith,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Capron,
Yes.
Crump.
Yes.
Motion to approve carried unanimous. 6.0 proclamations, none. 7.0 old business. 7.1 Ragbri Committee update.
Betty Weimer, 1609 Meadow Ridge Court.
We've been really busy, lots going on. Thursday night, we had a meeting with Peter came here from Des Moines. We met with public safety, communications, EMS. It was a really good meeting, a lot of communication going on amongst everybody. We're also firming up the campgrounds and the map. We're working with the county GIS for getting the whole map thing done. So that's been really good. Our vendor applications are starting to come in. We also had a meeting with the nonprofits and the state health department, which was a really good meeting. Kind of make sure everybody's doing food safety and they know the state laws and what they can and cannot do in serving food and selling to the public. We've had no executive meetings. We're waiting on a budget yet to come in. So once we get the last budget, we can get things put together and have our next executive committee meeting. Any questions from anybody? Awesome.
Thanks, Greg,
Yeah.
for that update.
Thank you.
As an FYI from council, I have asked Beth to place this on the agenda and to continue this at the first meeting, the first council meeting of each month through July, just so that council is aware on how the entire project planning for RAGBRAI is going. 7.2, discussion and possible action on parklet requests for downtown for the season.
Move to approve.
Second. And this is just for the one parklet that has been as requested.
Actually, we have 3 of them.
Great.
So Browns and Goodies, Tyler and Downing, and Tucker's.
Okay.
I did reach out to Larry, but I haven't gotten to make contact yet. Talking to Shane, Shane's fine with picking them up before RAGBRAI and bringing them back. So at least they can use them the rest of the season.
And T&Ds will be out of the way for you putting in the handicap accessibility? Okay.
Any other council discussions? Any public comment? Rebecca, is anyone virtually?
Nope.
All right, motion by Kay, second by Rich, to approve 3 downtown parklets at the Grounds and Goodies T&D Tucker area. No other discussion. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried unanimous. 8.0, new business. 8.1, introduction of new wastewater superintendent, Steve Agnich.
So far, he's come back every week.
Every day.
Just like to say hello. So far, so good. We've got a week under our belt, and just things in order and move forward.
Good news.
Any questions, come on down. Have a conversation about what's going on.
Are we welcome down
Yes, you are. Anytime. The gate is open.
Is how much different is our facility to what you have experienced in the past?
It's a little newer.
Which is a good thing.
It is a good thing, yes. Needs a little tweaking right at the moment. But we'll get through this, and I think in a couple, 3 weeks here, we'll have it where we need to be in pretty good shape. Anytime you want to come on down, come on down.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
Steve, welcome to the Anamosa family. 8.2, discussion and possible action on flood insurance. Jackie Schneider, Schneider Weirs Insurance. I believe Jackie is with you, Rebecca.
She is. I just unmuted her.
Great. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for having me. Good evening, everybody. So just to touch base with the council on flood insurance, the city has carried flood insurance on the properties that are down by the river and have for a long, long time. And since then, I believe some of those buildings have been built up to help prevent the flooding, other than the sludge building, probably. And so I would just like to open discussion about the flood policies to see if the council wants to continue with those policies or let them expire. One just renewed in March, so that's been paid. So that will come up next March. You can't get a refund on flood insurance. And then you have 3 other policies that are coming up due in 2 come up in June and 2 come up in July.
Do we have any buildings at all that are within that category now that need to be covered, or no?
Well, Jackie, when you say we've got some policies coming up in June and July, for what buildings are those located, or what are they covering?
The one that's noted, the main house water treatment plant, that's the one that just got paid. The other ones that come up in June or July would be the city maintenance building, and then 2 other buildings that are part of the water treatment plant.
Water
And-
treatment or wastewater?
Wastewater. Yeah, sorry, wastewater.
Okay,
Different side of town, Kay. Sorry about that.
I was gonna say
And-
water.
Yeah, once the premium is paid, you can't get a refund. So I was asking Beth if maybe we should have a conversation about the desire to keep the flood insurance. It's not required by FEMA for a city to have it. And it could be an opportunity to save some premium with the work that was done down there to build up a lot of those buildings. And they've just been renewed and paid automatically, I think, just out of habit. So it was a conversation that I asked Beth about, and we thought we'd bring it to council.
Well, I don't see any reason to continue, at least on the street shop, because that was the intent when they raised it up, to get it out of the floodplain. So I don't see any reason to continue with that building in and of itself. And then for the wastewater treatment plant, if we can go per building, I think we need to look at those. And I think you said there's one that definitely is within the floodplain. The other ones have been built up. We look at those on an individual basis, and
Well, and
It-
even, yeah,
and even the one that's in the floodplain, what's in it?
Yeah, and what, is it
What-
that old
It's,
one that,
it's the sludge press
oh, okay.
building.
well, and probably the old, was the old street shop, that the older white metal building that's lower elevation to the new street shop. That one probably could be in there, but there can't be a lot of value. I mean, that's just more or less dry storage. It's not.
Water will
Oh,
go in and it'll go right back out.
yeah, renewable energies building. It just,
I mean,
water
that.
goes through that. It
Yeah.
goes through that.
Shane, could you, for information, could you come up? I know I'm asking a lot.
Sorry, Shane Brown, Anamosa Street Superintendent. There's nothing in that little shed that's got motors really. It's just a dry storage. So if we knew the flood was coming, we'd move it to higher. So that old building is just a Lester building. I
It's,
don't
yeah.
think it needs to be, it's just got a dirt floor anyway.
It's just
So,
stuff you don't really care about's in there.
yeah, sand and salt, not much.
In 08, the water didn't get in that building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a bad
Finally
flood.
went down and it was,
John, is your microphone on?
no, in 08,
because we cleaned stuff out, some didn't get out of there, but when went down, it actually just come to the doors and it was just high enough, even though it was 3-4 feet deep in the old shop,
Yeah.
that still, so it'd have to be quite a bit worse. And like Shane said, there isn't that much in there now that would be that big a deal to even insure it.
That press building, that's primarily just soil in there when they're done with it. And it's cement. I mean, what damage could that water do down there?
The only thing,
It's in there, there's a.
the press is
yeah,
in there,
conveyor.
which, I don't know, can the press go underwater?
Steve,
I
can you
mean-
come up, please?
It kind of is wet most of the time anyway, but
Right, but there is some electric motors, so if the press would be submerged, but most of that is, it's not on the floor. There's 2 pumps that are on the floor of the building. The press itself sits up about 6 feet.
Could the motors be moved up off the floor? I've been down in the building. I mean, if the water got in there, it's not gonna hurt the building.
The one pump probably could be moved up off of the floor. Probably both of them could with, a little work. 'Cause the one is for the poly that we use in the sludge press, and then the other one is just the water pump.
Well, if you can't move them or raise them up for whatever, could you, knowing a flood's coming, take them out very easily or not?
Probably. We
So-
probably could be done.
So that would be the thing to do, is just take them
Yeah.
out when, if you feel like it's gonna flood in there.
Because we're going to replace the one water pump that's in there right now. It's leaking terrible. We got a new one coming, so we could almost make it quick disconnect, so to speak, so then it would be easier to
Yeah,
pull that
Good
out
idea.
and then
Yeah.
set it up on top of the press or pull it up, take it
Pull-
up to the office.
Yeah, just pull it out
Good
someplace.
idea. Yeah.
Would it
Okay.
be replaced, would now be, or at that time, would it be a good idea to raise it up off the floor? Or will it
It should.
require quite a bit of rerouting?
We have to do some rerouting of some water pipes that are in there. I will take a look at it tomorrow and I'll let Beth know and then she can pass it on to the council after I look at it. Because I didn't know that this was going to be up here.
Right.
And then the other little pump, I think it would be pretty easy to pull that one out too and move it. It's not that big.
yeah.
It's big.
How much is it being stored in that other shed that's to the south of that newer shed that was?
The equipment building,
Yeah, that's where they put the jetter and all that stuff.
the jetter's in there, the camera trailer's in there, the inloader's in there.
All that
we've got
stuff is
2
mobile.
pumps, and
That's all movable, correct?
it's all movable.
But
Yes,
that's below the press room.
yes, that would be below the pressure. And we're actually going to clean that out when we get some chance here anyway and move some things around so there'll be actually less stuff in there. Yeah, but yeah, all that stuff is movable.
Okay.
And how much would it cost to replace any of those pumps in the press room?
I don't, what is that? In the press?
well, some of them are, up to like $12,000-$15,000. Some of the different pumps that are at the wastewater plant.
Okay.
No, I think he's asking about the new one
Just
we're
the-
putting on the press.
Oh, I think that one was 6,000 maybe? Yeah.
Okay, so if that one's 6,000 and another one might be another 6, within, what's the cost of insuring that one building? About 5,000?
Which building is that? What's the address?
It'd be the 1205, the sludge building.
6430 is what it was last year, Rich. The
Okay,
renewal hasn't come in yet.
so 1 year we paid for 1 pump.
Yeah.
Jackie and I did talk today about what if the water comes up and takes the whole building away? Is the building, and take the press with it? So that was our only concern, is if the water did come up and it did take everything, because sometimes it does take it away. Or do you think the building would stand it?
It's a cement block building.
I've been down there, I think it would stand it.
It might.
If it came up, it'd have to go up an awful long ways, because even if it got up 2 or 3 feet, that amount of water going by probably wouldn't move it.
Right.
But if it got up about 8 or 10 feet, I can't imagine it ever getting that.
Well, it, in 2008, it wasn't even,
No, and that was a bad flood that year.
it was what, 3 foot over the wall though? John?
Something like that, yeah.
But, you know, that back wall, it breached on the south wall, but it didn't breach on the east wall where the press room is. So, you know, you're taking a gamble no matter what you do.
Right.
But I think Rich is right, that the amount of money would save would more than,
Makeup on it.
yeah, I think that would be right.
When you consider the time between potential floods,
Years.
we're gonna save so much money by not insuring it.
Well, and the berm
100
wasn't
years.
in 2008, was it?
But,
The berm wasn't there in 2008.
Yeah, I mean, the one south
Yeah,
of the
that's
creek
true.
shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was there,
Oh, was it?
yeah.
How quickly one forget?
Thanks.
No,
thanks, Steve. I'd make a motion to discontinue flood insurance.
I second that motion.
You want to discontinue on all policies as they come up for renewal then? Is that your motion, Rich?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
We have a motion by Rich, second by Alan, to discontinue flood insurance on building policies as they come up for renewal. Any other council discussion? Any public discussion? All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries unanimous. Thanks, Jackie, for joining us this evening.
Yes, I do have one more piece of business you guys will be really happy to hear about. Beth and I did some work on the policy and raised the deductibles a little bit on the inland marine, which is the equipment. And then we increased the deductibles to 1,000 on the autos. And on the property, we changed those to 2,500 on the buildings. And it saved the city $22,336 in premiums. We delivered that check to her a week ago.
Nice work.
Good.
Good deal.
You guys have better use of it than waiting for something to happen. So.
That mean we get a raise?
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, thank you for having me. Have a great night.
Thank you,
Jackie.
8.3, resolution approving real estate purchase agreement with St. Patrick's Church.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Kay, second by Rich. Further council discussion?
This more or less clean up housekeeping. I mean, the way the alley goes through there, it's something that's
Yes, so Shane has scheduled to have that alley done, and we're gonna do that section of their parking lot that's off of that in exchange for them signing the property over. So it'll straighten out that park, and we don't have to try and straighten the alley out as much.
good deal.
So since you're saying there's no cash exchange.
No, well, the $1 consideration, that's it, yeah. I do have to get an abstract made though, so we will have a little bit of an expense for the abstract and the attorney's fees. But pretty minor.
Be interesting how it ended up that weird of a shaped piece
Yeah.
of property though. That's just odd.
Any public comment? Motion by Kay, second by Rich to approve the agreement. Beth, can you conduct the roll vote?
Zumba,
Yes.
Scout,
Yes.
Lockhart,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Capron,
Yes.
Motion to approve carried unanimous. 8.4, review and approval of 5-year agreement for maintenance and repair of primary roads in municipalities between the city of Anamosa and the Iowa Department of Transportation.
this is kind of a standard agreement that the DOT does with every city that has a state highway in it. So
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Rich, second by John. Any further council discussion? Any public comment? All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries unanimous. 8.5, alley closure request for United Methodist and UCC churches for July 29th, 30th, 2021 for food tent for rag ride.
Move to approve.
Motion by Jeff. Rich,
I'll second.
second. Thank you. Any further council discussion? Any public comment? All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries unanimous. 8.6, resolution setting public hearing for May 24th, 2021 at 6 p.m. at the Anamosa Library and Learning Center and via Zoom on proposed sale and conveyance of 100 East First Street, Anamosa, Iowa, to Kajor Partners.
I'll make a motion to set a public hearing for May 24th, 2021 at 6 p.m. at the Anamosa Library and Learning Center.
Second.
Motion by Rich, second by Kay. Further council discussion? Public comment? Beth, would you conduct the roll vote, please?
Smith,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Capron,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Lockhart,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes. Motion to approve carried unanimous. 8.7, resolution approving the hiring and setting salaries of seasonal part-time employees for the Park and Recreation Department for the 2021 summer season.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion by Kay and second by Jeff. Any further council discussion? Any public comment? Beth, would you conduct the roll vote?
Crump,
Yes.
Capron,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Lockhart,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Motion to approve carried unanimous. 8.8, review and approval of liquor license renewal for Casey Store 2690.
Move to approve.
Second.
A motion by Rich, second by John. Any discussion? Public comment? Chief doesn't have any. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion to approve carried unanimous. 8.9, review and approval of April treasurer's report.
Move to approve.
Second.
A motion by Alan, second by Rich. Any further council discussion? Any public comment? All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried unanimous. 8.10, review and approval of current bills.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Kay, second by Jeff. Further discussion? Give you just a little bit more to review. there any public comment? Hearing none, all those in favor to approve the bills signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried unanimous. 9.0, City Administrators Report.
Just a reminder, Friday's the day of caring. We'll be downtown planting if anyone wants to show up and participate. Weather permitting, of course. Rumor has there's rain coming, so we don't have a tentative rain date yet. With our insurance repairs, we're still experiencing some issues with materials, and as some of you may have noticed, the downtown construction has begun. That's about it.
Beth, what, do you know about approximate time on the day for caring? If anybody in the public would like to assist?
We should be downtown at 8 o'clock and around, and I know Shelley was going to stage the plants and everything out of the parking lot between the law office and Wapsie Therapy. So, about it, yeah, yeah. Or if they have questions, they can just call City Hall or the Lawrence Center, either one.
Does the council have any questions for Beth? Thanks for the report, Beth. 10.0, Mayor and Council's report. 10.1, Mayor's report. Anamosa Hometown Pride meeting today. It was announced that the God Bless America sculpture will be arriving in Anamosa on June the 9th with construction/erection completed by the 11th. So looking forward for that to come back home, at least what I believe is its home base. The Jones County Economic Development Board had met May 11th. Oh, I can back up. The daycare feasibility study has been completed on May 11th, 6 p.m. Monticello Council Chambers, and also May 18th, 6 p.m. at the Anamosa LCC. They will be going through the analysis of that feasibility study, to give the public an update on the information that was compiled. Both of those are also virtual meetings. That link can be found at the Jones County Economic Development Facebook page. Economic Development is also conducting a community careers tour. What they are doing, they have identified Polo, Orbis, Yeoman, and Jones Regional Hospitals. They're scheduling filming to get raw footage to send to an editing company so they can put it together, compile it all in a package for public viewing. They're hoping to have this done by the end of this month in May. Also, there's a sponsored group called Jones County Young Professionals. By being a member of the Economic Development Group, they get one free membership. Some of you may have seen in local papers. They have been meeting. Again, it's young professionals who are 18 to 40 years old in age. And it's just a way to bridge or enhance the younger professionals to, in a sense, be involved in these local communities. Again, it's all done through the Jones County Economic Development. don't have anything further, unless there's some questions.
Do you know the date you're out on that sculpture? The time is it like last time about a 1 year lease or 6 months or what is?
Yeah, I believe it's around that 1 year, but again.
No, it depends
there's
on where
a
it's
group
going.
working to
Yeah. Keep it
make
here.
it permanent. If nothing else, 10.2, council reports.
Yeah, emergency management and 911, the big thing, the coordinators now, which is a good thing, their offices are full of PPE equipment. They're looking for some portable storage, hopefully don't need it. But it's a good thing we're on that side of this COVID that getting better. That was about all.
Anyone else? 11.0, public comment for items not on the agenda. We'll start with anyone in chambers. Rebecca, is there anyone virtually who would like to address the council?
Not that I see.
12.0, adjournment.
So moved. Second.
A motion by John, second by Rich to adjourn. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Adjourn.